A law effective this summer now gives adults who were abused as children up to 3 years from that date to take action against the accused offenders. Any child abused since the new law's effective date has no time restriction. The timing of the new law coincides with 3 men from St. Landry Parish who are looking for closure in what they say was years of abuse by a priest of a Catholic church where they served as altar boys. News 10 anchor Darla Montgomery has the story.
Lawtell, Louisiana is a small rural community in St. Landry Parish, home to just over 1,200 people. Formed in the early days of the 20th century, there's a lot of history here. It's peaceful, but there's also a dark secret that's been hidden until now.
As a child, I was scared. I believe, and when I first told my mom what happened, I thought they wouldn't have believed me.
Mark Baptiste, his brother, and one other are revealing allegations of sexual abuse by a priest, Father James Quirin, who was pastor of this church in the late 1970s and early 80s.
I was too scared to come in the house because didn't want my mom and my daddy to know what was going on, because I felt as a child, my daddy always did tell us that the priest was next to God.
This is the backyard of their home, a backyard that has a gate giving them total access to the priest's house, which is just about 200 yards away. It's a place their parents didn't worry about because they thought they would be safe, but they couldn't have been more wrong.
Like everything was okay, you know, but it wasn't. He was doing things with my children. It's why he would come here and try to cover up.
Then he recruited Jonathan to bring other people, other altar boys from around the community, around our block, to come and spend a night with us. And the things he was doing with us, he would call it wrestling. You know, it was a form of wrestling, and that he would try to make the guys do each other. In the group.
This alleged victim says he left the Catholic faith because of what happened.
It was good times, and then night came, and of course he would take a couple guys to the back to sleep, and I was always like one of them to go to the back, and he done some pretty tough things to us in the back.
When the priest separated us, I went to one area, Mark was in another area, and we didn't have that part of the relationship anymore where we was just together, even if we was together in a way like that. We was all in the same room, but we separated, and we've had a terrible relationship. And I'm thankful today because, you know, we got about a year or so that we are coming together.
Praise the Lord.
Mark's brother Jonathan says their relationship was strained for nearly 40 years because of what allegedly happened in that house. And now they're uniting to bring these allegations to light. In 2018, Mark, along with his mom, filed a complaint with the Diocese of Lafayette against the Josephite priest. Mark says they received acknowledgement of their complaint in an email response from the diocese and say they have not heard from anyone since.
The bishop was supposed to call me also, because they were going to call the Josephite fathers. And I have his card that he gave me. I keep it in my wallet, but he had never called me.
A law effective this summer now gives adults who were abused as children up to 3 years to take legal action against accused offenders. And any child abused since the new law's effective date has no time restriction. These men say the timing could not be better.
They know what he was doing because they would move him around and around and around. When he left from Lawtell, he went to New Orleans, and he would call my mom and my dad and tell them, "Look, y'all come on over. But whenever y'all come, make sure y'all bring Mark with y'all." And he was still doing it out there.
Darla Montgomery reporting for us. Now, we did contact the Diocese of Lafayette, and they answered right away. Officials tell News 10 they are preparing a response.